Well, here we are looking at some video of the Batman, The Dark Knight Rises. A lot of dark imagery, a lot of dark symbolism. Not exactly Little House on the Prairie type images. But this presentation here is to bring to light what I believe is some hidden symbolism within the movie. Important symbolism. Here we have an image that shows my card is sleight of hand, trickery, deception. What does that have to do with the Batman movie? So who are we going to side with, the Batman or the Joker? Is one of these characters good, or are they both bad? Here's an interesting coin that spins around. On one side you have the bat, on the other the other side of the same coin we have a Joker. Interesting though, he has the horns of a devil and the tail of a devil. Here, let's take a look. Yeah, that tail certainly looks devilish, doesn't it? And look at the horns, very similar to Baphomet. Now here we have an image of a bat with the words "The Dark Knight." Who is the Dark Knight? That's really the question of this video. Now here we have the official movie poster. Who is the Batman? And notice it's in green, it's reptilian with a question mark. Who is the Batman? Is that really a question Batman fans need to ask themselves? Everyone knows who the Batman is. Everyone knows Batman is Bruce Wayne, the same way people that watch Superman know that it's Clark Kent. So why ask this question? I think this question is posed because they want us to kind of lead us into the esoteric. And here the date, July 20th, is a clue to who the real Batman is. And here we have the same poster with the face of Bruce Wayne. And basically the face is showing that it's a puzzle. It's here for us to figure out. And when we're missing that puzzle piece, we see blackness behind the facade, the face of this character. Here's an article by somebody comparing Barack Obama to the Dark Knight. So I'm not the only one that has made this connection. In fact, Rush Limbaugh has also made that connection. Let's also consider that Obama is black. He is dark-skinned, and he is a knight. I don't know if most people know, but he is a Knights Templar. So he is a Dark Knight. And another clue here is Gotham City. Isn't that Chicago? Isn't that where Obama began his career? So who is this Batman, and why is July 20th important? Here's an interesting coincidence, but the odds would be at least 1 in 365. See, Obama gave a speech. It's at a dinner meeting, and he was asked about his next 100 days in office. He said he'd be so efficient in the next 100 days he'd be able to accomplish his work in 72 days. Then on the 73rd day, Obama would rest. Well, the 72nd day just happened to be Monday, July 20th of 2009. So here, July 20th is basically tied to his speech. Okay, so here's a little more about July 20th. On July 20th, 2012, there was a man named James Holmes. He killed 12 people and wounded 58 people on the debut of The Dark Knight Rises movie at the theater in Aurora, Colorado. Then there was another Holmes, Britain's Kelly Holmes, on July 20th of 2012, opened the Olympic torch ceremony at the Tower of London. And there's a third Holmes on Holmes Avenue. A murder took place at a Sikh temple, not on Holmes Avenue, but that's where the killer lived. His name was Michael Page, Wade Michael Page, and that murder took place on August 5th, 2012. There's 3 instances of Holmes, which could very well possibly all be ritualistic murder, ceremonial murder. Very strange. I'm not throwing it out. And the Batman characters have a demonstration of this type of evil, murdering people without a reason, just because they want to do it. Another interesting tie to Obama is the movie The Dark Knight Rises. The villain of Batman, his name is Bane. In real life, Obama's contender in the presidential race was Mitt Romney, and he worked for Bain Capital. The Bain is spelled differently, but it's an interesting coincidence, wouldn't you think? I'm not the only one making this connection, as you could see from these photos. Here's an interesting quote from the movie. "Let's not stand on ceremony here, Mr. Wayne." What's going on here? Is this all ceremonial magic? Are we dealing with ritual? If rituals are taking place behind the scenes and connected by movies such as The Dark Knight Rises, perhaps that might explain this quote. Bane says, "Let's not stand on ceremony here, Mr. Wayne. Peace has cost you your strength. Victory has defeated you." Theatricality and deception are powerful agents to the uninitiated. But we are initiated, aren't we, Bruce? Members of the League of Shadows. Members of the League of Shadows. Initiated individuals into what? And what are they initiated into? The League of Shadows. Certainly there's a lot of darkness within this statement. Okay, let's not ignore the foundation of Batman, his grandparents. In episode 33 of the Batman original TV series from 1966, Bruce Wayne hosted a dinner party for his wealthy friends. At the dinner party, a portrait of a man in a Yale jumper is discussed, and the question was, wasn't that man on the portrait tapped for Skull and Bones? It is revealed that Bruce Wayne, and therefore Batman's great-grandfather, founded Skull and Bones. I'll show you that clip here in a second.
Favor miss natural resources. I'd like to make it my own personal charity. All are worthy. You can say that again.
Now that is Bruce Wayne's grandfather, Mrs. Cooper?
His great-grandfather.
I understand he was tapped for Skull and Bones.
Tapped for it? Sir, he founded Skull and Bones.
So who founded Skull and Bones? Basically it was Adam Weishaupt. He was a professor at Ingolstadt University in Germany. He founded the Order of the Illuminati. So this is the founder of the Illuminati, Adam Weishaupt. He was a Jesuit. Okay, so he was part of a military order, and that order still exists. It's very powerful, and in my research, they rule over Freemasonry today. So therefore, they rule over people like Obama, who is a Freemason. It's a military order, and the general is known as the Black Pope or the Jesuit general. And that particular military general rules over all of Freemasonry and Knights of Malta. A very powerful group. Here, even Macy's sells an Illuminati shirt with the all-seeing eye in the night, similar to The Dark Knight, correct? The Dark Knight Rising. So is it a coincidence when The Dark Knight Rises, the movie, came out, all these people died? Or was there more to it? Here we see it came out on 7/20, the same day that Obama said was his 72nd day. Let's not forget that the number 72 has many theological references. In the Demon Dictionary, there's 72 demons. In Islam, there's 72 virgins. The pentagram has 72-degree angles, 5 of them. The National Archives building is supported by 72 columns. At the top is the Man of Destiny sitting in a chair with the fasces symbol of Roman power supporting him. In Washington, D.C., there's the apotheosis of George Washington surrounded by 72 stars, creating a hexagram. July 20th just happened to be an important day for witchcraft. It falls on the dark moon, also known as the Black Moon of Death. 13 of these dark moons exist in a year period. Regarding the slaying at the Aurora Theater, it seems to have been foreshadowed by a Cartoon Network. The Provocateur Network presented the American Dream. Interesting, they have animation services by 6 Point Harness. Anyway, they had a character in that cartoon that looked exactly like James Holmes. It had also depicted him being mentally programmed inside of a theater. Let me show you those images. I'm running out of time. Here we have a character that looks just like James Holmes sitting in a theater, his eyes strapped open, receiving stimulus, visual stimulation in a straitjacket with a man in a white doctor's uniform behind him. The credits to the movie were written in blood. You tell me, do these two look similar? James Holmes said he was programmed by an evil therapist after he committed the murders. He said he thought he was in a video game. John Jacobson of the Salk Institute had affiliation with James Holmes. They were involved with some sort of mental testing. They were involved with Consciousness Chronicles. Looking forward to your comments.